Damn.
That was way loud.
Huh?
I know.
I just landed in.
Oh.
All right.
Now we're gonna have to do it in sign language because I'm deaf. Welcome. If you're new or if you know, this is
Hashtag just saying the podcast.
Let's get all the formalities out of the way.
All
Be
right.
sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Watch us on TikTok. You can watch the pre-show banter as well as Trivia Tuesday.
Yes.
Hopefully on Tuesdays. And that's done. I try to give it just real quick, right
Yes,
in the
sir.
beginning. Some people just
Shove it down your throats.
Yeah, they shove it down your and then it's like all over the screen. Like nobody wants that.
No. It's like one
If
of the
you want to
guys,
see more,
one of the guys I used to watch on
Yeah.
YouTube that did ghost hunting,
Mm-hmm.
which I think everything he did was set up, but
Yeah.
throughout the whole video, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that like button.
you can't smash it. Just click it.
And if I smash it,
Then it's
then
broken.
what occurs? Yes.
It's broken. You got no more like button.
My like button is disabled. Oh boy. So we've all made it to Friday.
We did.
Thank God.
Did you yeah, tell me about it. Did you work on well, I know we had Monday off. Did you work on Monday?
I did work on Monday.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
It was an
sorry.
interesting day.
Oh dear.
Was it Tuesday? That was different for you, or was it Monday?
You mean different?
We sent the pictures. They were working on the ground.
I think that was
Oh,
Tuesday.
that was Wednesday.
Oh.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm even
Couldn't
wrong
do
about
anything.
that.
Like a war zone. And they got to come back like in like 2 weeks to do like a top layer because they got to cure and then put another layer on. So I'm like, damn, pain in the ass, pain in the bone.
I guess.
We got a brand new
so.
parking lot.
He had a day that he didn't have to do anything.
That's every day. No, just kidding.
Oh jeez.
I'm kidding.
I said to him, isn't it great to be getting paid to do nothing?
Yeah, I watched the podcast actually
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
on the TV.
I'm over there working my butt off.
That's right.
I didn't sign off today. I signed off at like what was it, 5:10?
What?
About there.
Yeah. And yesterday I didn't sign off until about 6:30. So I did like a 10-hour and 15-minute day. Yeah. That's a big boo.
You working tomorrow?
No.
Nice.
Nice.
We're behind, but nobody said anything about like, hey, anybody want to work? So
Any plans?
I said nothing. No.
Nice. Even better.
I know.
Sorry.
I got my mower back
Yeah.
last week.
Right. And you mowed.
I did mow.
Huh.
And then
You mowed
I
again.
went to do weed whacking. I think it was Saturday.
God, I hate that.
Do you have
I
a gas
hate it
one,
as well.
electric, or
I have an electric one.
Woogie
and-
woogie.
like plug it in, or like a battery?
No, I have to plug it in.
Oh.
So I had like a mile of extension cord. They were just piggybacking off of each other.
We're at the neighbor's house.
Yeah. And I managed to get most everything done, but I went to get the mower out so that I could get a few spots that I missed. You missed a spot. And
I pointed one out to her.
I got it going, and I was zipping around the yard for a few minutes. And then I put it into to neutral because I was looking at something, and then I was gonna back up and then go forward. And I went to do that, and the thing wouldn't move again.
Oh no!
So it's broken again.
Damn. Nothing wrong with it.
This time,
We cleaned it.
This time,
Yeah.
I recorded it.
Good.
So I'm gonna go in there. I think maybe Monday or Tuesday,
All right.
and I'm gonna play it for him and be like, "This is the thing this is the noise that it's making."
Oh, that's the.
Yeah. And I even show like my foot coming off the brake, so that they're like, "Oh,
See?
We have evidence.
yeah." Oh my gosh.
This is the sound it's not making for you, but it is for me.
So is it gonna be a free fix this time because they just fixed it?
I don't know. I mean, it cost me
Over $100.
Yeah, it cost me like $130 something,
Damn.
and they didn't really do anything.
They cleaned it. Is that my mower?
I appreciate that they cleaned it, but I'd rather have a dirty mower that works than a clean mower that doesn't.
Right.
Dirty that bitch up. Let's get some lawn
Put some
done.
miles on it. Damn.
Let's get some lawn done.
That's right.
Jesus. So I'm not in a hurry to do it because I know it's going to be a thing. It's always a thing.
Yeah.
It's never easy.
Oh, you're gonna
Plus-
need a whole new freaking assembly.
Well, and then the other thing I was thinking about doing was taking it out of the shed and starting it up and seeing if it, like maybe it just needed a break.
It just had a week off.
Yeah.
I know, but if it's anything like its owner, it needs a break.
Need a mini vacation.
So
Working me too much.
oh yeah. So I went. I started this new medication on Monday.
Did you?
Oh, she did.
I did, yeah.
How'd that go?
Let's just say I didn't see her.
Not very good.
Oh.
So I was trying to wait for a day that Jay was going to be home,
Right.
and I didn't have anything like errands to run
Okay.
because I had done some research on the medication, and I was like, well, a lot of people have some weird experiences, so I said I'm gonna, and I was on the fence about whether or not I was even gonna start it, and then I'm like, I might as well. I had to pay for it,
All right.
so I get up in the morning and I take, it's a pill, so I took the pill with my banana, my morning nana,
Yeah. Chiquita.
yeah, and
Del Monte.
Dole.
Oh.
I went Dole this week.
Bob Dole.
And I took it with my Dole banana, and everything seemed fine.
At the time.
At the time, and I took it at 8:30.
Yeah.
And I was watching The Simpsons to like distract myself. So
What season?
I just, you know what? I mean, there's like 35 seasons,
I
so I can just flip in.
Billions of episodes.
Yeah,
Sorry about the clip show.
I don't really remember which one I was watching, but.
Hey.
So I was watching that, and then we watched a few, and I was just getting more and more confident as the day went on. I was like, this is nothing. I don't know why I was so hesitant to do this. And then 11 o'clock hit. Like 11 o'clock, just boom, right on the dot. I started to feel like I was burning on the inside. And I was like, what is this?
Uh-oh.
And it was like everything,
This girl
like
is on fire.
like I was on fire internally. But as soon as that happened, Jay was rubbing my back, and he kind of jumped. He does that all the time, and he just wants to touch me, and and he jumped back, and he goes, "Your back is soaked." I was all of a sudden sweating.
Damn.
Like I went from perfectly fine to
perfectly not.
I'm burning, I'm on fire, and sweating profusely.
Damn.
And then as
Fever?
soon I don't know. And then as soon as that wave went through, I got really cold. And I had to put a hoodie on.
Damn.
And then shortly after that, it started all over again. I got hot all over again. I had to whip my hoodie off. I was like, I can't. Oh my God, I'm so hot. And then I was freezing again.
Oh my God, I'm so cold.
And then as soon as I got through that, it was like coming down with the flu. I had this like just weird feeling. And then I got so tired.
Yeah.
And I was
Lethargic.
Yeah, and I was in the recliner, and I was like reclined back, and I was like, I can't even sit up. And Jay goes, "Are you all right?" And I said, I can't. I couldn't keep my eyes open. I couldn't even like really move.
Damn.
And he goes, "I don't think you should drive."
Do not operate heavy machinery.
And I said, "I don't think I should drive either."
No.
And that's when I texted you because I was like,
Yep.
I don't know what's happening.
I read that. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stay home.
So I made it through that. And then Tuesday comes, and I was prepared for all, and I was like, I don't know if I want to take this medication again. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it another shot. And I was ready for all the side effects that I experienced the day before. So I took the pill. I had a fan on because I was ready for the heat. And none of that happened. I had a little bit of like a headache. And then it was like I was fine. I was like, son of a bitch.
Maybe your body need to adjust to it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like I'm adjusting.
Something new.
The only thing that happened was I was tired, and I made it until my lunch, and then I had to lie down. And once I laid down, I absolutely passed out,
Damn.
and I slept for my entire lunch break. My alarm went off. I was like, did I sleep? But then I had trouble falling asleep Tuesday night. So Wednesday hit. And I said, instead of sleeping, I'm going to make myself try to do something. And then hopefully I'll sleep Wednesday night. So this leads me into my next topic. So it was a nice day Wednesday.
It was.
So I said, I'm going to wash my car. I forgot that it was going to rain later in the week. So I said, I'm going to wash my car.
Hasn't rained yet.
I pulled my car over to the side of the house.
All right.
And I got a sponge. And I'm lovingly wiping it. And I'm like, whispering, I love you so much. And
You use like dish soap or do you use like car soap?
I was using dish soap.
Yeah, that's fine.
Gain.
Yeah.
Because I care about my car.
Gain flings.
So I did all that. And then I got, I have this interior spray. So I sprayed the dash and all the interior stuff and I wiped it. And I wiped what they call the infotainment system, which is that stupid screen.
Right. Touchscreen.
With all your crap on it.
You use a touchscreen, right?
Yeah. So I wiped that down. I get everything done, clean everything up. It's now like 2:20. So I'm like, my lunch is vastly finished.
Coming to an
So
end.
I jump in the car and I turn the car on and the screen goes batshit crazy. And it's like, it's Skylink error and all these errors. And it's like, cannot connect your phone disabled, all this shit.
What?
Right? So I'm like, what the hell did I do? I cleaned you and this is how you repay me.
I like to be dirty.
Yeah. Dirty that bitch up.
I'm a dirty girl.
So I plugged my phone in because I thought if it's not recognizing my phone through the Bluetooth, it will through the USB. So I connect my phone. And my phone comes up on the screen, but I can't do anything. And then it's auto-dialing people. And I'm like, stop. It called my sister about 4 times. And I kept hanging up.
Good thing that something's wrong.
So I thought, because it wasn't ringing, because you know when you dial somebody and then you get the counter that starts for how long you've been on the phone.
Right.
So I shut it off before it even hit the counter. So I was like, maybe the call didn't like go through. So I'm still trying to figure things out. And now she's calling me.
What do you want?
And she's like,
Leave me alone.
and she's whispering because she's at work and she goes, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, what? And she goes, what is happening? Why do I have 4 missed calls from you? And I'm like, I cleaned my car. And she goes, what? And I said, I cleaned my car and I connected my phone. The car just wants to call you. I can't stop it from calling you. I thought of all my contacts that it was just, you have to call her. And she goes,
Every time we called 911.
yeah.
Show up at your house. You okay?
She goes, I thought something happened. She goes, I was getting ready to get on a plane. And I said, nothing. I said, what?
Alone?
I don't know.
Hopefully.
I said, why would I call you 4 times, hang up, and I would have left a message if it was an emergency. I didn't know what kind of emergency it was. I said, well, I'm
sorry, I'm cleaning my car.
I said, I'm just cleaning my car. I'm sorry. She's like, I don't.
Have to call you now.
She goes, so is everybody okay? And I said, well, my infotainment system is screwed up. So I'm not okay. And she's like, I mean, like physically, is everybody okay? And I said, I guess.
Mentally, I'm not.
It is causing me mental stress.
Reminds me of that day at Sears.
Yeah. So I hung up with her, and then I brought my car back into the driveway, and I went back inside. And then I thought, you know what? When I wiped it, I obviously must have pushed every single button on the thing. So now it's just gone spastic. So I thought, maybe if I unplug the battery, not unplug the battery, if I disconnect the battery
Right.
and connect it back, maybe it will reset or boot itself back up.
Like they tell you with computers and stuff.
Yeah.
Turn it back on.
Did you reboot it?
Every now and then we all need a reset, Sean.
Yes.
So I log back onto work and I'm working, and work is over, and I run outside and I turn the car on because I want to know and it's perfectly fine.
Nice.
So it fixed itself without my intervention. Yeah.
Didn't want to feel your wrath.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I can't handle one more thing. And I was sitting there and I was talking to Jay, and I was so oh my God. And I said, I thought this medication was supposed to stop me from flipping out about stupid shit like this. And he goes, no, apparently not.
It's one of the many side effects.
Yeah,
Hot flashes and temper.
I guess. Jesus.
Damn.
I was.
Quite the day.
It was. And it was only Wednesday.
Holy shit, it's only Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday.
Ow.
Yeah.
I'm adjusting.
Well, that's fine.
We got a new guy.
Oh,
Peter.
he feels funky. Yeah. So,
Venkman.
what have you got going on?
Wow.
I think Joe had an interesting week.
And here we go. All right.
Yeah.
Sunday, I spent 9 hours
Wow.
building a gazebo.
You built a gazebo?
It's not done yet. It's like 80% done. Like some of the pieces broke, so I had to order new ones to replace it. But it's 80% done. It's 12 by 20,
Wow.
like 12 feet wide and 20 feet long. Height, I don't know the height. I didn't measure the height, but it's tall. I did that on Sunday. That was fun.
That's so weird because Sunday at the family dinner, I was talking to my family, and I said, I have all this land in the back. I said, I have no idea what to do with it. And my nephew goes, just put a gazebo back there.
There you go.
I said, why? And he goes, I don't know.
But have it professionally installed.
And then I said,
Don't do it yourself.
well, if I put a gazebo back there, I can hold concerts and stuff.
There you go. At the half show.
Meet me at the gazebo. There'll be a concert at 6.
So I did that on Sunday.
Yeah.
Monday,
Oh, dear.
I got into a screaming match
Ooh.
with a customer. He was yelling and swearing, and I was yelling and swearing right back. And it felt great, by the way.
Uh-oh.
So, all right. You know what plasti dipping is?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
All right. So the guy at his room plasti dipped.
Okay.
All right. And I put the tires on, and some of the plasti dip scraped off. You know, and I apologize. You know, I took responsibility, accountability. You know, I took the blame. And he's like, so I got to drive around with my rims like this? I'm like, you know, I'm sorry, you know.
His rims were plasti dipped?
Yeah.
Oh.
Black, like one in
Okay.
black. So, and something came off. So I'm like, I told him, like, you know, the company will pay to have it redone, you know. So he's like, it's $200. I want the money now. I'm like, I can't give you the money now. You got to go through, you know, the claim with the corporate and blah, blah. And he's like, well, how long is it going to take? And I'm like, and I yelled right back at him. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't fucking happen overnight. Everyone was like,
Good answer.
It takes a lot to get me angry, and I don't know what happened. I just snapped. And I'm like yelling and swearing at him, and like, but it felt good. Like,
I wish I saw
But
this.
it felt
it
good.
felt good. Yell at the customer.
Is any of this on video?
No.
Damn.
Wow. He hit the right note on the right
I
day.
guess so. Like,
Jesus.
that was Monday. Tuesday, nothing really happened. Wednesday, I come in, my parking lot destroyed. They decided to repave the parking lot that day. They didn't tell us. Like,
Surprise.
Mm.
so like all the businesses were still open, but like we had like park like a mile away and like walk over because they were like digging it up, repaving it, and they're still. I think they're still working on it.
Jeez.
But, like,
Like
so I couldn't do any work on Wednesday. Like, couldn't bring the cars because they were like digging right where the doors are. So I just sat there and collected my money and watched TV all day.
Nice.
There you go.
Let's see. Thursday, not much happened. Today I had to mow the lawn at my dad's house, but his mower is a piece of shit.
Oh, electric mower?
No,
Oh.
regular mower, but like it's falling apart, and like so it took me like twice as long to do what it should be a quick thing to do.
Mm.
They said it was gonna rain Friday, but I didn't see any rain, so I got the lawn mowed.
I think we're supposed to get some tonight around like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I assume it's going to rain all weekend because I'm not working.
Sweet.
At least that's what my
At least you got
phone
it
said
done.
this morning.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see where I did that part already.
Oh. If it ain't one thing.
So Saturday I watched the Pee Wee documentary
Oh,
on HBO Max.
boy.
HBO Max. Is it Max? No, it's on it's on Max.
Yep, it's on Max.
It was 2 episodes, but each was like an hour and a half long or 2 hours long. It was really interesting, like
I gotta get this.
because like I don't know about you guys, but I mean my childhood was like Pee Wee was part of all of our childhood. I don't know about you guys.
Mine too.
You know, I've seen all the episodes of Pee Wee's Playhouse. I've seen the movies.
I have them on DVD.
You know, second movie was horrible.
Yes.
Big Top Pee Wee, but
I didn't see the second one.
yeah, wasn't that good.
There's only one part I thought was funny in that.
Mm-hmm.
When him and his girlfriend were on a date, and he's like, and he jumps her because he wants to like make out with her.
Yeah,
So they're like laying on the grass having a picnic,
yeah.
and he just wants to jump her. So he's like, and he jumps on her.
You know why they did that? Because he got a lot of shit because people were angry that he didn't. What was the girlfriend's name in the
Dottie.
Dottie? They were like, "How come you guys didn't hook up?" So he hooked up in that one.
Yeah. So what did you think of the documentary?
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
A lot of it was very surprising.
Me too.
Wish I saw it.
I'm sorry,
I
Sean.
don't have the Max app.
Some highlights. I'm not gonna spoil it. Like, I mean, it happened in the past. So like he went
some
to college
highlights.
with David Hasselhoff and, and Katie Seagal.
Yeah,
He was friends with Phil Hartman.
Yes.
kinda.
He tried out for SNL, but got beat out by freaking Gilbert Godfrey,
Yeah, that was
who's
weird.
horrible.
That
I
was
don't
weird.
like Gilbert at all. But
And you know what? I don't remember Gilbert Godfrey on SNL.
Me neither.
maybe he was like one season,
Yeah,
or like one episode.
I don't remember him on there.
It was really good. Like it's a good thing he didn't get SNL because we wouldn't have had all the other stuff.
I liked him in Beverly Hills Cop when Axel's pretending that Gilbert's wife got all
Gilbert
the parking
Godfrey.
tickets.
Yeah.
No, that's my wife's car. Wait, no, bitch.
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew that the Pee Wee thing started like underground, like late night thing. I didn't know he was like part of the Groundlings,
Yeah, I didn't
that
know that either.
improv comedy group.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he met Phil.
They did. They had a falling out.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Must have been after Pee Wee's TV show.
I think it was because there was some sort of revival thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought several people back, but not Phil.
No, I never saw the Judd Apatow Pee Wee movie.
The Judd Apatow Pee Wee movie.
Yeah, Judd
Oh,
Apatow
the
made
Pee Wee's
one.
Holiday or
Yeah, I
whatever
never
that's
saw that.
called.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
No, I
Any
didn't
good?
see it.
No.
No.
It was almost like it was almost trying to remake his Big Adventure,
Right.
but it was a little more goofier.
The
Can't
thing-
catch lightning in a
Not
bottle
in a fun
twice.
The
Right.
the thing that I was kind of, going, I kind of looked at Jay and I was like, because for the Big Top Pee Wee and I assume for the second one, not the second one, but the holiday,
Right.
he had a lot of creative control, and he didn't have that much in the Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Right.
And I kind of looked at Jay and I was like, sometimes you need somebody to say no.
Yes.
We're not doing that.
I was like, sometimes you need like a studio to go,
Yeah.
no, that's not how that's gonna.
It's not in the budget.
Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was kind of surprising. A lot of
was.
some things were very surprising,
Yeah. It was.
but not completely surprising.
Right.
Over the years, I
I didn't know he had a kid.
He didn't
He
have a
did?
kid.
He did. That lady.
No, he didn't have a kid with her. That's not his kid. She had a kid.
Oh.
But
I thought it was his. Never mind.
no,
Scratch that. Reverse it.
no, for obvious reasons.
I always hated how, like, as we got older,
Yeah.
everybody that we used to love watching in the past is all over the years getting in trouble some way, one way or another with the law.
Yeah.
And then from that point on, that's how they're looked at now. It's hard to say, oh, I used to love watching them, or I still listen to them. But
Here's the thing, right? I cut him a lot of slack on that. You talking about the movie theater thing, or just in general?
in general, but yeah,
Well,
we're talking about
his mugshot.
Paul Rubin, so yeah.
I mean, they did bring that up,
Mm-hmm.
and
They had to.
I kind of looked at Jay and I was like, you know what? I said even back then, I really didn't think that was such a big deal. I said I don't.
Wasn't that one of those type of places
Yes,
that people normally do
Yes.
that anyway?
I said I don't know why he got arrested for doing what people do in there.
I can't even picture that he was actually doing that. I feel like maybe he was doing something else, and someone's like, "Oh, he's doing that."
And there was that when I think his dad was sick,
Mhm.
and he just pleaded no contest because
Right.
he needed to go to Florida to be with his dad, and he couldn't if he kept going
Right.
back and forth in the court. So he was like, no contest, just to get rid of it.
Yep.
You know.
Very good.
But
If you get a chance to see it, check it out.
it
It'll be on
was-
DVD eventually.
maybe.
I'll keep an eye out.
If you know someone's got HBO Max, you can like.
How much is it for subscription?
I don't even know.
I
You like a free trial. Watch it. And then
don't know. I don't know how much I pay. They just take my money every month, John.
Netflix does that for me.
I
and
think it's like $15,
I can
somewhere
swing
around there.
There's a lot of stuff on HBO Max.
that. I can swing that.
Like a lot of like HBO Max specific. Like you can only see it there. Like Apple TV stuff. Like you can only see it. Like, damn it, I want to see it, but I don't want to pay for it. Because the thing on Apple TV, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I don't have Apple TV. I don't want to get another one just to see that one thing.
What's the thing?
I think it's a something like the Fountain of Youth is with John Krasinski and Natalie Portman. But it's like it's only on Apple TV or something. I'm like, damn it!
I like Turnstile. Was.
I did see a good movie last night.
Oh,
It's on Netflix. It's called They Cloned Tyrone. with
Our Tyrone?
with John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, and Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer.
He's a Kiefer.
Kiefer. That's an
They,
interesting cast.
Yeah, they stumble across a government conspiracy to clone people, but only certain people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird movie, but it's actually really good. So check it out. They Cloned Tyrone on
Okay.
Netflix. Yeah.
For me, I just found out something about Netflix too.
What'd you
What's
find out
that?
about Netflix?
Raising prices again?
Yes.
Mm.
'Cause last time I didn't.
So
I
like
haven't
$20
set,
now?
so they automatically take the payment out each month.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But last time I remember knowing what it is. I was paying like $7.99 or something.
Yeah.
And I was going through my emails a few days ago, and I saw that I made a payment, and it's like $17.99. What the hell?
Ooh. That's nasty.
The hell! I
That's
didn't
highway
authorize that.
robbery.
Ooh.
I didn't authorize that. I didn't say yes to $17.99.
You signed the contract, sir. It's
I get it free with T-Mobile.
yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with it. Because there's nothing. I don't really watch. I can't remember the last thing I watched on there.
Maybe it's the Beverly Hills Cop movie with me, the recent one, the Axel F.
Yeah,
I just
that was
watched
all
that.
right.
I just watched that again the other night.
Did you?
Billy.
It was all right.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, I mean, I probably watch stuff on HBO Max more than I do on Netflix.
Yeah, they got all the DC stuff, like the Penguin show
Well, I don't watch that, Joe.
with Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
So, yeah, a bunch of pins.
do I?
Yeah.
Well, I got rid of it, like 3 of them already.
Oh.
I got a
Well,
couple.
didn't.
No.
Wasn't
That's
there a?
I need second half pins.
Okay. Save them.
I got pins.
Sean has pins.
I got pins.
All right, what do you
What's
got?
your pins?
Candle pins, like going bowling.
I wish. I haven't bowled in a while. So Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I ended up using a personal day. I took the day off.
All right. So you had a 5-day weekend? 4.5. Because Friday was half a
Saturday.
day.
Yeah,
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 4.5
Yeah.
day week. Damn.
and I was gonna use the day to try to find places and put away some of the shit from my storage unit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But Christine showed up
Yeah.
and talked me into going to the storage unit to get some more shit.
Yeah.
I'm done with the unit.
Oh.
It's empty.
Hey. How long is it? Have you had that storage unit?
Since maybe September, October.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I thought it was much longer than that.
Feels like it. Especially
So how much you
financially.
saving?
Right now, $184.
Nice.
Jay has to clear out his. We were supposed to have it cleared out by the end of this month, but
That's tomorrow.
I know, yeah. And every time I'd be like, "Why don't we go get stuff?" He'd be like, "Well, I need a desk for my office. Well, I need a
Bring
Just
that back
excuse after
upstairs.
because
excuse.
he didn't want to bring in all the stuff and have nowhere to put it,
Right.
which I understand, but you
Bring-
know, you
bring-
wanted to get rid of the storage unit.
Bring that brown one back upstairs.
No, that one's junk. It's
Burn it.
I would throw it away, but now he's using it as a drop off center. So
It's
I
a
see a smoke
workbench,
detector.
but you don't work on it.
mm,
I plan on it. I plan to work on it.
I would say someday I'll have a clear basement, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Hey, you never know.
Not unless
Stranger things have happened.
I'm no way, because it's like I would have to get him okay with throwing so much stuff away. And
Hypnosis.
I wish.
Hypnosis.
I wish.
But I've also started selling again on eBay.
I'll have
Ooh,
you.
what'd you sell?
Well, some of the stuff that I brought back was clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sorting through them a little bit, and I came across some wrestling shirts.
Ooh.
And I looked at the tags on them, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to fit in an XL anymore. Good luck on getting me in one of those again. I found a 2XL vanilla shirt that I don't wear.
Did you say a 2XL vanilla shirt?
2XL shirt that I never wear.
Oh, I thought you said
I
vanilla.
think it's vanilla too. I'm like, vanilla.
Thank you. You went
Never.
vanilla.
Like vanilla ice?
Never.
Oh. Like vanilla.
Chill vanilla. Chill.
Actually, those two shirts, I just put them on eBay today.
Mm.
One was a Shawn Michaels shirt. That's a 2X.
Soul.
And the other was a Randy Orton shirt.
Mm.
That one was the XL.
Yeah.
2 minutes after I put Randy's shirt up, sold.
Wow.
Wow.
Someone used to buy it now. I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
When I first put
Sean
shirts
making
on,
money.
when I first put shirts on last week,
Yeah.
I put up 4 Austin shirts and 1 Kennedy shirt.
Yeah.
As I was putting the second and third Austin shirt on, the first one I put up sold.
Wow.
And when I was putting the third one on, the second one sold.
Hmm.
Like, damn.
Sweet.
Cha-ching. Let me try to find some more.
Use that money to get HBO Max.
There you go.
It'll help.
Watch Pee Wee.
I'm trying to let some money build up in my other savings account.
Mm.
Because a month from now, I'll be going on vacation up to New Hampshire
Mm.
Ooh.
to
Where
a
in
camper. It's like a camping resort. I forget the name of it.
What town? Like,
I don't know.
You up in Conway?
I think it's like somewhere halfway up,
Mm.
Mount Washington.
Mount something.
Well, the big mount is Mount Washington. So you're probably up in
Go
the
to
Conway,
Storyland.
in the Conway area.
You ever been there, Storyland?
Can't say that I have.
Basically, it's an amusement park, but it's like
Mm.
all the rides are like story themed. Like the Three Little Pigs.
I wanted to go
Miss Bo
to.
Peep, whatever her name is.
They have like a Christmas village, like a
Santa's Village.
Santa village, yeah.
Nice.
And I wanted to go up there. But I thought it might look weird because I don't have children. So it'd just be like, I mean, I dragged Jay with me, so it'd be like, who's this couple with?
We like Christmas.
I'm enjoying the magic of the season.
That's right. Not just for kids.
No. But
That's right.
see people be like, oh, stay away from them.
Those weirdos.
Yeah.
I was just trying to see if I still have a still of the place I'm going to, but I can't find it at the moment.
Yeah.
But I did come across something that Christine sent me last week. I forgot to mention on the show.
Yeah.
Since we were talking about Paul Rubens and Pee Wee Herman,
Mhm.
Yes.
his bicycle recently sold for more than $100,000
Wow.
Damn.
from Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
$100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That was posted.
Hope it doesn't get stolen.
Posted
know-
from TMZ.
I don't want to give anything away, but the story of how they got that idea for the movie was actually really funny.
What, that
For the
movie?
bicycle, yeah.
Is that an off mic conversation?
Well, I
you
didn't
tell
want to
me?
ruin it. I didn't.
Mm. Tell me.
I can
Tidbits.
tell you, it's fine. It was just like because he had an office on like the Warner Brothers lot, and it was him and a couple other people who were trying to write the movie.
Mhm.
Was Phil Hartman in on that?
On
I remember.
the movie?
I feel like Phil Hartman was in on that. Like he was in the writer room,
Right. Because they were
but I'm
friends.
not sure.
For the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was just like we were in there and we'd have a smoke and then we'd talk and then they were trying to come. He had like this whole concept, this insane concept he was trying to do, and they were having trouble bringing it together. And on the Warner Brothers lot, because the lot is so vast, a lot of people ride around on bicycles to get from one point to the other quickly as possible.
Mhm.
So he was complaining. He's like, "How come I don't have a bike? Where's my bike? I want a bike." And he kept bitching about it. And finally, the studio put I think it was a red bicycle.
Yeah.
At his
Swing line, whatever it's called.
at his little office, and it's like property of Pee Wee Herman on it.
Nice.
Oh, did it say property of Pee Wee Herman or property of Paul Rubens? It might have said Paul Rubens.
I don't remember.
In the movie, it said Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, in real life, I think it was Paul Rubens. But it was just funny. And then he goes, and then it was like, it hit him like, that's what the movie should be about, is this bicycle.
Quest for your bike.
Yeah.
With Large Marge.
Tell Large Marge, sent you.
It was on a night just like tonight.
Yeah.
Worst accident I've ever seen.
I'm trying to use the phone. Shh. It was
Yeah.
good though. I enjoyed it.
It was interesting because he tried to make that character like a real person, and he would do all these interviews as him.
He was always
Yeah,
in
for
character.
years, I never knew what his real name was.
Yeah, and so it's like there's
I
very
know, you
few
read 'em out.
interviews where it's him.
And from what I've seen before, of like pictures and stuff,
Mm.
whenever he signed an autograph, he like almost wrote it the way a kid would write. And you like print and kind of
Oh yeah.
make it a little messy, sort of Pee Wee or Pee Wee Herman.
What's sad is that this thing came out after he's passed away.
Yeah,
Right.
Because I mean, you learn all this stuff about him, and it's like because he was a very private person, obviously,
yes.
and I just wish
loved animals.
I wish I had known all this stuff when he was alive. You know, because you appreciate him as a person more,
Right.
and it's like well, he's gone now.
Mhm.
Sucks.
Yes.
Part of
He's hanging out with
a lot
Phil.
of us are Saturday mornings.
Hanging out with Phil again.
Oh, I doubt it. Phil was really salty. They showed a clip of him on like Howard Stern. Paul didn't really talk about him. And they showed a clip of Phil on Howard Stern. And Stern was kind of like prodding him.
He
was
always
like,
does.
I said, he's being kind of a jerk.
So isn't it true that you guys
Yeah, and
That helps him get his
he
ratings.
stole that idea from you?
Phil
Like, what?
basically was like, I did a lot of writing and I got 0 credit. And he did all this. He was like saying all this stuff. And he's like, I could take him to court and win easily. And I was
Okay.
like, then do it. You know? Like, why wouldn't you?
it.
And then why wouldn't you?
Now, why didn't Cyndi Lauper want credit for the song?
I have no idea.
It's like her name's not even on the show, like 'cause
They credit some other person.
right or
Yeah.
a stage name or something.
I don't know. As a matter of fact, when we were watching it and that started playing, I looked at Jay because he doesn't like Cyndi Lauper. And I said, that's Cyndi Lauper, you know. And he goes, no, it isn't. I said, yes, it most certainly is. I said, you can really hear it. I said, you can really hear her voice when she hits certain notes. And he was listening. He's like, oh my God, it is. I said, yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, a little fun fact. I don't know. I mean, some people they just don't want to be attached to things, I guess. Maybe she was just like, So it's like he was saying when he did his Christmas thing. Like I guess there were a few celebrities that he had on for that who didn't want any kind of billing. They just wanted to show up and do the thing and leave.
Cher and
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper performed
Little
the theme
Richard.
to Pee Wee's Playhouse under the alias Ellen Shaw
Yeah.
to avoid being associated with a children's show,
There you go.
according to reports and the
But she's
Yahoo
associated with
News.
wrestling.
It's interesting though because that show, and it started out being an adult show,
Right.
and then
On Broadway.
yeah, and then kind of morphed into this kids show. But he
Yeah.
tried to do a lot of like double entendre stuff that adults would get that
Yeah,
would just
went over hit
go
kids'
right over
heads.
the kids' heads.
Some of the comments.
Miss Yvonne.
Yeah, some of the comments with Miss Yvonne.
Yeah,
and her
She's
being
in it.
So beautiful.
Like the documentary, like the lady who played Miss Yvonne.
yeah,
I can't even tell what she looks like.
I was gonna say
Like,
but
she
she doesn't
looks
look as good
completely
now.
different. Like,
yeah. She does. They say they have Lawrence Fishburne really quick.
yeah.
Really quick.
Yeah, it's really quick. It's like
The mailman.
you talk to him for like maybe
Mailman
a
Steve.
minute and a half. Yeah.
The guy who played Zombie.
Oh yeah, so he came on screen, right? And they were talking about it, and then Jay said something, and I said, well, I don't know this guy, and Jay goes, yeah, you do, and I said, no, I don't. He goes, you ever see UHF? And I said, yeah, you know I have. And he goes, you know the guy's son, the bratty son, that's him, and I went, oh no.
Mecca lecca hi, Mecca hiney ho.
Yeah, I said I didn't know that. I said all the times I've seen UHF and you never told me that. He said, I'm really sorry.
All the sounds for UHF.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
I think everybody's mic's on.
I'm on.
So,
Yep.
did we,
Ow.
did we have a winner last week?
We did not.
Oh!
Nobody was able to guess. It was Deuce Bigelow.
Objection.
El Gigolo.
Sean had a winner. Who was Sean's winner?
Vanessa won last week.
Yes.
Excellent.
So if it lands on there, we got to spin it again to make it fair to everybody else.
All right.
Sorry. So
It feels like I apologize.
my movie quotes were 2 gift cards to Dunkin' Donuts. Comment the name of the movie on the YouTube. If you're first to correct, you win. To enter Sean's Wheel of Destiny. Comment your name and hashtag Sean on the YouTube video. And we'll add your name to the wheel and we'll spin it and you'll win it.
Spin
All right.
it to win it.
Are you ready for the quote?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ow! Funky butt loving. Did he just say funky butt loving? Comment below.
Wow. I don't know what that is.
Okay. I'll let you know off mic. All right. Are you ready, Sean?
Yep.
Spin the wheel. All right. It's like waiting for paint to dry.
I know.
And the winner is
Chris.
Chris. Congratulations to Chris.
Oh,
It's
congrats.
just before the line.
Yay. You win a gift card.
You sure do. I believe you.
Green. All right. And if you get the movie quote, you'll get 3 gift cards.
Oh.
So
Vanessa
Wow.
almost won it.
best of luck.
That sounds like a hard one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Before I send it down the table, here is your fun fact of the week.
Oh, fun.
The Apollo 11 astronauts had to fill out a customs declaration form when they returned from the moon.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
What they bring back?
Okay.
A rock from the moon?
I don't make the news. I just report it.
Have a great weekend. Twinkle, twinkle, baby.
Have a good everything. Peace.